Good morning students. Welcome back to 8th standard science class. Let us start with the new lesson, measurement. What is meant by measurement and what is the use of measurement? Let us know the definition of measurement. Measurement is the process of finding of unknown physical quantity by using standard quantity. That means we want to find the unknown physical quantity by using some of the standard quantity, that is known as measurement. And the measurement means to measure the height and weight of the object, and it is the base of all scientific studies and experiments. Some of the measuring instruments such as scale, measuring tape, weight balance, etc. We need mainly three things for a perfect measurement. There are measuring instruments, second one standard quantity, and third one acceptable unit. Using these three things, we measure the measurement. And we learn about the systems of units. There are different systems of units are used for measurement. Some of the common systems are FPS system, that is foot, pound, second system. Foot is used to measure length and pound is used to measure mass of an substance, and second is used to measure time. And second one is CGS system, centimeter, gram, second system. Centimeter is used for measuring length and gram for mass and second for time. And third one is MKS system, that is meter, kilogram, second system. The meter is used for measuring length and kilogram for mass and second for time. These are the common systems of units. Next we learn about international system of units. The international system of unit is also known as SI system, and there are 7 physical base quantities of SI systems are used on that. These are mainly length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. These are the 7 physical base quantities of SI system. And its units are length, its units is meter and its symbol is M, and mass, its unit is kilogram and its symbol is kg. Time, its unit is second and its symbol is S. Temperature, its unit is Kelvin and the symbol is K. Electric current, its unit is ampere and its symbol is A. Amount of substance, unit is mole and its symbol is MOL. Luminous intensity, its unit is candela and its symbol is CD. Now we detailedly learn about some of the physical quantities of this SI based units. First we learn about temperature. The degree of hotness or coldness of an object is known as temperature. We already know temperature is also a physical quantity that express the degree of hotness or coldness of a substances. If we apply heat to a substance, then its temperature will get increases. If we remove the heat from the substance, and the temperature will get reduced from the substances. So mainly the definition of the temperature is the hotness or coldness of the substance. The degree of hotness or coldness of the object is known as temperature. And the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin, and its symbol is K. We already know about that. And what is the measurement what is the instrument used to measure the temperature? Yes, the instrument used to measure the temperature is thermometer. We are well known about the thermometer. If we fall sick, we have to check our body temperature by using the thermometer. So, the thermometer which is used to measure the temperature. And the melting point of pure ice is 0 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Now we learn about the various scales used to measure the temperature. There are Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. If we measure the temperature, how to express the temperature of the substances? By using some of the scales. These three are the measuring scales of various scales to measure the temperature: Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. First one is Celsius. The lower fixed point of Celsius is 0 degrees Celsius and upper fixed point is 100 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit. The lower fixed point of Fahrenheit is 32 degrees Fahrenheit and upper fixed point is 212 Fahrenheit. Kelvin. The lower fixed point of Kelvin is 273 Kelvin and the upper fixed point is 373 Kelvin. Next we learn about electric current. It is denoted as symbol is I. The flow of electric charge in particular direction is known as electric current. That is, the flow of electric charge through a conductor is known as electric current. And the SI unit of electric current is ampere and it is denoted in the symbol is caps A. We already know about that. The electric current is also one of the physical quantity. And the instrument which is used to measure the electric current is ammeter. See that instrument, that is the ammeter which is used to measure the electric current. Next we learn about luminous intensity. It is also a physical SI unit and it is the measure of power of emitted light by light source in particular direction per unit solid angle is known as luminous intensity. That means the power of emitted light is measured by luminous intensity. The SI unit of luminous intensity is candela and it is denoted in the symbol is CD. The instrument which is used to measure the luminous intensity is photometer. This is the diagram of photometer. This instrument is used to measure the luminous intensity, that is the power of emitted light is measured by this instrument photometer. Next we learn about plane angle. It is the angle between the intersection of two straight lines or the intersection of two planes is known as plane angle. That is, the angle is formed between the two planes is known as plane angle. And the SI unit of plane angle is radian. It is denoted in the symbol is RAD, small r, small a and small d. Next one is solid angle. It is the angle formed by three or more planes intersecting at the common point. That is, if the angles are formed by the intersection of two planes is known as plane angle. If the angle is formed by the intersection of two or more planes is known as solid angles. And the SI unit of solid angle is steradian and it is denoted in the symbol is SR. Next we learn about difference between plane angles and solid angles. I hope you understood about that plane angles and solid angles. Now we learn about what is the difference between the plane and solid angle. The first one is the angle is formed between the intersection of two lines or plane is known as plane angle, and the angle is formed between the intersection of two or three or more planes is known as solid angles. And plane angle, it is a two-dimensional angle, and solid angle is the three-dimensional angle. We already know the 3D films, or some of them is the 3D structure. So these are placed using the solid angles, and the unit of plane angle is radian and the unit of solid angle is steradian. Next we will learn about clock. Clocks are mainly used to measure the time intervals. Many clocks are used in the ancient time. Even though the sun also used as a clock to measure the time in ancient days. Nowadays we are using different types of clocks is there. So now we will learn about what are the different types of clocks. First one is types of clocks based on the display. Based on display, the clocks is classified into two types. First one is analog clocks and second one is digital clock. First we will learn about analog clocks. Analogy clocks. It is look like the classic clocks, and it has three hands to show the times. First one is hours hand, and second one is minutes hand, and third one is second hands. The hours hand is the short and thick, and it shows the hours, and minutes hand is long and thin, it shows the minutes, and seconds hand is long and very thin, and it shows the seconds. And one rotation in 1 minute and 60 rotations in 1 hour. So we already know the clock which are placed in our home and in most of the places. These are the analog clock, and you well known about that clock. And next one is digital clocks. The digital clocks is used to display the time directly. In analog clocks, using that hours hands and minutes hands and second hands, only we to find out the time of the time in this clock, but in digital clock we will directly know the time. So it is mainly used for the times in numericals or other symbols. It have 12 hours or 24 hours display, and the recent clocks are showing the date, month, year and temperature, etc. So in digital clocks we want know about that date of that and time, month, temperature, body temperature, all of them using the digital clocks. And the digital clocks is otherwise called as electronic clocks. Next we learn about the types of clock based on working mechanisms. So based on display, the clock is classified into analog clocks and digital clocks. Now based on working mechanism, the clock is classified into quartz clock and atomic clock. First one is quartz clock. These clocks are activated by electronic oscillations, which is controlled by quartz crystals. So this clock is activated by electronic oscillations, and it is more accurate than the mechanical clocks. The clocks have an accuracy of 1 second in every 10 power 9 seconds. So nowadays we are using these quartz clocks to know the time. And next one is atomic clock. These clocks are making use of periodic vibrations occurring within the atom, and these clocks have an accuracy of 1 second in every 10 power 13 seconds. So it is very accurate compared to the quartz clocks. And next we learn about accuracy in measurements. Measurement is the base of all experiments in science and technology, and there are the different values or real values are observed in this measurements. These are accuracy, precisions, approximations and rounding off. These are the accuracy in measurements. First one is accuracy. That is, a closeness of measured value to the actual value or true value is known as accuracy. Accuracy means the closeness of measured value, and precisions means it is the closeness of two or more measurements to each other. That is known as precision. Now let us detailedly learn about what is the difference between the accuracy and precision. This diagram will help to differentiate the accuracy and precisions. In this first diagram represent each 3 arrows are placed in the midpoint of this ring. So this diagram represent good accuracy and good precision. That is, the 3 arrows are placed in center point and 3 are in same point. So it is good and precision and accuracy. In this second diagram represent the 3 arrows are placed in this same place but not a midpoint. So it is a poor accuracy and good precision. That is, the 3 arrows are in same place but it not a midpoint. So it is a poor accuracy. It is not accurate, so it is poor accuracy, but the 3 arrows are in same place, so it is good precision. In this third picture represent the 3 arrows are placed in different rings and all the 3s are not in same point. So the accuracy and precision both are poor. That is, both are placed in different places. That is, the 3 arrows are placed in different places. So there is no accuracy and no precision. So now you understood about that accuracy and precision. And next we learn about approximation. Approximation is the process of finding a number which is acceptable close to the exact value of the measurement. That is known as approximation. That is, in mathematical calculations we found the approximated value. Approximated value is mainly carried out by rounding off. Rounding off, that means the calculators are mainly used to do the calculations and the result given by the calculator has many digits. If the results contain more digits, how should you find out that values? So if we are rounding off the values, then we will find out the value of this any one calculations. For example, if we round up the value of 22 by 7 is 3.1428571429. How to say the value of 22 by 7? We have to round up the values, that is 3.14. Then we will say that the value of 22 by 7 is 3.14. So rounding off is mainly used in the calculations to get the value in short one. And so students, now you understood about measurement, what are the physical quantities of measurements such as temperature, luminous quantity, and plane angles and solid angles, and different types of clocks, and accuracy in measurements and rounding off. So once again, thanks a lot.